Hey, Frisco ISD. So, as we start the school year, we wanted to take a second and talk about now that you have a Frisco ISD Chromebook, now what are the expectations for it? First off, it is yours, but not yours at the same time. Okay. Each student will be assigned a Chromebook. Although it is technically in your name and you will have your name on it, it is not yours. You are the keeper just until the end of the year. So, what does that mean? You are to treat it with care. You are to treat it very carefully. You can get a case for it if you want to, but do not put stickers on it, draw on it, like gouge into it or anything like that. If something happens to it, to the physical aspects of your Chromebook, it is your financial responsibility. So I do want to say that stickers also include the silver part of a gum wrapper. Anything that that can be stuck to a computer case, please do not put it on there. And that includes stickers for your keys. So if I want to make sure you guys have the item prices in front of you for what it looks like if something happens. Now, first of all, you're not going to have each student is given a certain item. So these are just some of the things that are given out throughout the entire district. So first off, if you have an iPad and you have to replace the entire iPad, this could be a lost item. This could be an item that is completely destroyed. That is $400. A Chromebook that is a touch screen. A lot of our 8th graders have these if they are in algebra, or a high school student. This is $300. A Chromebook non-touch screen is $200. Now, if you have a touch screen and we have to replace just the screen portion, that is $150. Now, tier 3, the battery, keyboard, touchpad, or the screen, but it is a non-touch screen. Each one of those items is $50. And then tier 2 is a Chromebook power cord, a keyboard, and that includes any keys that we have to put on, iPad power cord, iPad charging block, a top cover or a bottom cover, or the bezel. All of those are $20. And then the LCD cable or the hinges. The LCD cable is the one that goes from the screen down into the motherboard area. Those are each $10. Now, one of the biggest things we see is that we have students who touch computers that are not in their name. So our biggest thing, and the way to keep this from being confusing at all, is do not touch other students' computers. You are responsible not only for your actions on your computer, but your actions should you choose to touch another student's device. So although your computer may not be broken, if you did something to another student's computer, you will be expected to pay for those damages. Now, every night we need you to charge your Chromebook. We know that there are some days you're not going to use it as much as other days, but let's just, if you get into that habit now of just putting it on the charger every single night, it will just it's a great habit to start so that it's at its top percentage every single day. On top of that, every morning, make sure and put your Chromebook and charger in the backpack. There's going to be very few computers on campus that are meant for if we accidentally forget. So make sure that you take care of that every day. So let's talk about a couple of do's and don'ts when it comes to your Chromebook. So first of all, do use your computer for all school assignment and related activities. Anything that has to do with school, please feel free to use your Chromebook for. But do not use your computer for gaming, social media, etc. That is not what these are meant to be used for. Do leave all stickers that come with the computer on the computer. You will see a barcode on the back. You will see possibly one with your name on the back. Please, if possible, do not take those off. We do know that sometimes the sticky wears off on those, and so those come off on their own sometimes, but please do not help those along. And don't add any stickers or draw on the computer or anything like that. This takes away from the integrity of the computer and also can leave kind of a sticky mess for us. Do carry your computer with the screen shut if you have to move locations within the same class or go to another class. This includes moving from class to class when the bell rings. Please make sure shut the computer, and if you don't put it in your backpack, carry it with a shut screen to your next class. Do not have the computer with the screen open between classes. Computer should be in your backpack between classes. I do know that sometimes we start something in one class and we want to try to finish it as we're walking to the next class, but we're not always the most aware of what's going on around us. And so sometimes that can cause you to fall, to trip, or anything like that. And a lot of times our computers are the ones to take the brunt of that. So go ahead and just wait until your next class to work on that assignment. Do support your computer underneath the keyboard with both hands. If you are carrying it from one place to the other, make sure and carry it with 2 hands. Do not carry the computer by the screen or just with one hand. You're just carrying it with one hand or carrying it by the screen. You will actually break the screen with the pressure from your fingers of carrying it that way, and that will be an automatic $50 in order to pay for it to be replaced. And if you carry it with just one hand, then you're like just giving yourself that opportunity to possibly drop it. Try to keep your hands clean before using the computer. I know most of you guys don't necessarily eat and use your computers at the same time, but some of y'all's favorite snacks leave a dust on your hands. And therefore, if you guys could just make sure and go clean your hands before that, that would be fantastic. That way the particles from those snacks do not end up underneath the keyboard and it causes issues. And some of the times the keys stop working. And again, while you're using your computer, you should not be eating or drinking anyway. Make sure water bottles that are put in the backpack have a good lid to them. A lot of us use the Costco water bottles. And so sometimes those lids pop off really easy. Make sure those type of water bottles are on the outside. And if you do take a drink of your water bottle, maybe step or lean back a little bit so that you're not drinking right over your computer, because water in your Chromebook is a surefire way to fry the motherboard. Remember, take care of this computer and it will help take care of you and your schoolwork. These computers are meant to last a few years. Therefore, we have to make sure and take care of them. Now, tonight, what you need to do now that you have your computer, you will need to charge and update your Chromebook tonight. It may take, because they have sat over the summer, it may take a few updates to complete. So just make sure and check it a couple of different times. So thank you guys. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask your teacher.